welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Steven. If you're returning, sorry. Malambana Unjani. Firstly, let me just take a sip. Kabanda, guys. Kabanda. Okay, Kabanda. And as a girl, I would like to give you this one itty bitty teeny tiny advice. Shalawun Wombati. Uponge. Like the heat. There's no need for you to go cray and now start wanting to be in a relationship. This tree is making a mess. Anyway, like I said, I'm back. Change chairs. Anyway, so if you're actually seeing this background, you know that I have a story time. Guys, all I can say is I have allowed a lot of people to disrespect me. I have given a lot of people room to disrespect me, and I am sick of it. I am honestly sick of it. I might as well just be alone. I really don't care, because a lot of people really don't have respect for me, especially men. Like, I feel like I have given a lot of men in my life room to disrespect me, and it's about damn time that changed. So anyway, before I do the story time, before I begin with the story, I just wanna, disclaimer. If you feel like you know the story, you don't. If you feel like you've heard the story, trust me, you have never heard it before. If you feel like you are in the story, trust me, you're not. If you feel like, okay, I feel like what I'm about to say is what I just said. But anyway, if you feel like the story time is about you, if you feel like the story is about you, trust and believe him. That's like, it is not about you. It is honestly not about you. But anyway, so believe it or not, a man once said to me, I will never fight for you. There are many fish in the sea. I will not embarrass myself by fighting for you. And what did I do? I stayed. I stayed. Well, the man who actually had the kahunas to say to me, I will not embarrass myself by fighting for you. Tashala, guys, but it's fine. So this story goes back, I was in early high school. So my early high school, I did my primary, my early high school here in my hometown, and then my grade 10, 11, and 12 was in Craddock. So yeah, guys, this one, there was this one guy, I'm gonna name him, he is the instigator. He's the instigator. You know what, I feel like I'm starting the story time. Let me just start at the beginning. So you remember most of my previous story time, I told you guys about Ukeli. Okay. She left in grade 7. She went into grade 7 in another school. So now it was just Kelly and I. And then I don't know how Kelly and I started developing this friendship with this other girl. What am I going to name her? Michaela. I know, Kelly and Michaela. Anyway, so Kelly and I, after Kavasha left, we became we literally became best friends. We did everything together, everyone knew at school about if okay, I am there. And then we started developing this friendship with Michaela. Cool. And then it was first me and Kelly, and then it was me, Kelly, and Michaela. Okay, cool. Now Kelly was in a relationship with a guy. We're gonna call him Bruno. and Bruno had like, I hope you guys actually gonna keep up with the names. I really hope you guys will be able to keep up with the names because then I'm not gonna change them. Then Kelly was in a relationship with Bruno. Yeah, but I'm gonna call him Bruno because he was sort of popular at school. Don't know why I'm calling him Bruno, but anyway, I'm gonna call him Bruno. Who was in a relationship? Like Kelly was in a relationship with Bruno, and then Bruno had like two other friends. I'm gonna call them Chris and Eno. Yeah, Chris and Eno. Not Eno le. No, like Eno as in INNO. Don't know what I'm explaining, but anyway. So, okay, Kelly was in a relationship with Bruno, and then Michaela got in a relationship with Chris. Michaela got in a relationship with Chris, and then Eno was in a relationship with someone outside our friend group. Cool. Let me sip some tea. Yeah, almost. And then I was in a relationship with a guy that wasn't like, he didn't go to our school. You know, he went like to a different school, same town but different school. I'm gonna name him Kevin. I have a lot of story times in Kevin, but it's fine. So Kevin and I were in a relationship for a long time. I don't know if I could say we were in a relationship for 2 or 3 years. I don't know, I'm not sure. But I think it was like 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Plus minus 3 years. Oh well. So, okay, fine. Now this other day this one time we're in class. I'm not sure if it was Afrikaans or if it was NS, but yeah, there was this one teacher that we liked so much. We were in his class, yeah, but so sitting there, it was nice. Like, we were chatting. We were supposed to be working. I think we were supposed to be working, but we really didn't care because whether we worked or not in that class, we were gonna pass anyway. So fine. We sit, yeah, but sorry, we sitting now in that class. We're sitting and we're having everyone's having a conversation with everyone. But then Kelly, Michaela, and I were sitting in a corner with Bruno, Chris, and Eno. Yeah, we're sitting there, we're chatting. It's nice and stuff like that. And then there was this guy. I'm gonna name him X. I'm gonna name him X. So I don't know how this whole conversation started, but then X ended up exchanging words with Chris. Yeah, X ended up exchanging words with Chris. Anyway, they ended up we were coming at each other. And then yeah, well, before I continue with that, you remember me telling you that Chris and Michaela were in a relationship. Okay. At that time when Chris and X were actually exchanging words, Chris and Michaela were not in a relationship. Why? Apparently it's because of me. I had no idea, mind you. Okay, rewind a bit. Kelly and Bruno, they came to me and they said to me that there was this one time we were just chilling outside, and then I could see that Michaela and Chris were having an argument, but then I really didn't care because it was none of my business. None of my business. Cool. Now we're all sitting, chilling, and then right before we went to class, Kelly and Bruno come to me and they're like begging me to like get in a relationship with Ulumtana, what's his name, Chris, because apparently Chris is single. Like her, like him and Michaela, they're broken up. They're doing, and I'm like, mind you, I've actually had a crush on Chris before, so I'm like, you know what, this is my chance. So I'm like, okay, cool. Try and get in a relationship with Chris. I'm like, okay, you know what, but it's not gonna be long term. Like, I just want to see how it's gonna go, and then after that, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hey, okay. Back to the classroom incident between Chris and X. Chris and X, they're exchanging words, and then X ends up saying, "When I am going to tell Kevin." Mind you, Kevin is my man. He's in the school. I'm gonna tell Kevin that you're actually in a relationship with Chris. I'm gonna tell him everything that you're doing here, whatever. And I'm like, going right ahead, because I knew that. Why now Kevin, he's doing something weird. Like, he was always doing something. Oh, that guy. Men. So cool. The following day, he comes back. Like, it's now school time, and then we back in the same class again. And then he goes, Kevin and his friends are coming, and when Chris, Bruno, and Eno, they're coming for you. And I actually told them when I see you about your relationship with Chris, and I'm like, really? Hey, fine. And then I remember we had like a period in that class, and it was break time, and then had like a last period after that. Yeah, well. So after he told us it was break time, we went to break, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't want to get Chris into trouble. So you know what? Let me just end this relationship. So it's end the relationship. Yeah, well, fine. Actually, end the relationship. Cool. Like, we didn't fight. We didn't do like any of that. Yeah, well. And Naishama wasn't weird. Like, we weren't weird about it. And then we went to class. Break time. After break, we went to class. It was cool, like, we're all cool with each other, you know, we're just talking, like having nice conversations at school. Like, it's like nothing happened. It's like nothing happened. Fine. Now we're just last period we're in that class. X finished writing, and then he was like, X actually finished writing, and he was like, my friends are here and they're coming for you. And Chris, guys, this thing was so big, because actually it was so embarrassing. Guys, okay, where was I? Oh, okay. So now X now leaves the class, and then he comes running back. He comes running back. Now, mind you, our teacher actually locked the door. He was like, no one's actually leaving up until they actually finished writing. Cool. X comes running. Like, he actually finished, and then he comes running back. He knocks on the window, and then he's like, my friends are here. They're here for you. What. How? Like, don't care. Mind you, I'm better than now. You guys, really? I'm better. John, I know you're John. John, close. John, clean now. Is it? If there is a bullfrog, I'm on zero. John, is it? Yeah. Fine. Fine, we do. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter anyway. Lona, he's not gonna come at me about me dating Chris. I'm actually gonna come at him about his long list of girlfriends. Fine, finished writing. Oh, Kelly. Kelly no Michaela, I think they finished writing first. And then they left the class and then they came back and they were like, yo, winner. Teachers are also involved in this. Apparently, teachers saw them and they asked them, like, what are they doing here? And then apparently they mentioned my name, Tontoni. And then they were asked to, stand like further away from the school premises, because this has nothing to do with the school or anything like that. And they agreed with me. Glad that they did. They agreed, so they went, further away from the school. And then, manje yonke lento yenzeka ndiseklasini mina ndiyabhala. Fine, ndibhale ngigqiba natural science teacher, natural science and Afrikaans teacher looks at me and he's like, when? I'm like, what? I take my bag and I leave. Ngifika phandle ndifika abantu abekho mos lapha. Like ndifika mina ndifika nje ngaphambi kwesikole anijongi ezantsi. Ndithi chu. Njengoba sithi chu, uKelly noMichaela banikwazi. I feel like Michaela enjoyed this because, like I said, I'm the reason that no Chris broke up. Anyway, fine. We sihambe sihle njengoba sisihla ngendlela athi kum uKelly, bruh, your man and his friends are down there. They're like down the road. They're literally like ngospanguku, like landawo ngospanguku, but eqaleni ayinguwe you save yabo. Like ndiyazi mithi uyayintombi but phambi kwayo kwakukhona uSave. So athi kum uKelly ba they literally right in front of uSave. Like, why are they still here? Hi, okay, siye xa sifika uChris noBruno noIno bapha. Now that I'm here, apparently they were waiting for me. So Kevin is like, now that she's here, we can start all of this and we can end this because I really don't want this drama. I really don't want anyone talking about me when I'm not there. I really don't want anyone involving me in anything. Okay? I am not your friends. Like, I am not you guys' friend and I will never be your guys' friend. I am not your mate and I'll never be your mate. You hear me? I'm like, and then we're like, cool. Now we're just standing now. And then he asks, where's X? And then now everyone is like, exactly, where's X? Because we are here because of him. How? Apparently, X told Kevin and his friends, like Kevin, X, and his other friends, like they were all friends, like it was like a huge group of friends. They were like this huge dance crew too. So how? They ask, where's X? And like everyone's asking, oh X, P sana, P lang faz, P, gone X. Then guys, it was literally my first time experiencing umfana othuthi indaba, and akhona othuthi indaba 90% of the time ezingekho, because he actually wasn't lying about me dating Chris, but other stuff he lied. Apparently Uteba, Bruno, Chris and Ino were talking about his friends, they were saying this and this about them. Like, it was like he literally lied. And then he mentioned me and, Chris. So now we're all just chilling. You get? We're all just standing there and now we're like asking them to, like, they're trying to resolve their issues, man. And then Kevin was like, he's not gonna address our issue in front of everyone else. Cool. Okay. Fine. They spoke about their issue as guys, their issues. I'm saying issues because they were not there. Ex lied. So now, fine, benza yonke le nto yabo wethu bayisort out and then we leave. Cool. Manje isikolo sami sit down and ngihlala elokishini. Fine. And then I walk home, get home to I get home and I take off my uniform, do my chores because I chose that day, cleaned. And then after that, actually Kevin texted me, sent me a text. He was like, he wants us to meet up. And I'm like, okay, cool. We took a walk, met up with him, we took a walk. And hey, we were like having a conversation. He's like, why didn't you tell me that you don't want to be in a relationship with me anymore? I'm like, who said I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore? He's like, why would you go out and cheat? Like, that is embarrassing. Do you know that? Do you know that now my friends look at me and they see me as weak? They look at me and they see me as this guy that can't control his girlfriend. And I'm like, my guy, how many girlfriends do you have? How many, besides me, how many, nakona, you actually got those girlfriends after we started dating? And now I might say break up with them, and just I know you might break up with all of them. You might actually break up with only 5 and then leave 1. But I know that after a few months, you're actually gonna get 5 more again. And I was like, you know what? I am not sure whether you did this for a tip. When I'm not filming, it's always so quiet. But when I start filming, people start to get busy gently and they start to get busy. Where was I? Oh yeah. So now we're not taking a walk, and when I call a little kid was just a lunch. Thanks, yeah. I don't know whether you were doing this to see if I really love you. I really love you. But one thing I will not do is to fight for a girl. I will not embarrass myself by fighting for you. There are many fish in the sea. If you want to, you can leave. And I will get another girl any time of day. I looked at him and I'm like, why would you say that to me? He's like, I'm being honest. It's the truth. Being honest, it's the truth. And I'm like, even if it's the truth, bruh, like, why would you say it? Like, bruh, you're hurting my feelings right now. He was like, I know, and I'm sorry, but I'm being honest with you. Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, cool. We can continue with our relationship. It's fine. I really don't mind. And I was like, I also don't mind too. But what I will not tolerate is you embarrassing me like that again. And I told him, but listen, I also would like you to break up with your girls, and I really want us to start afresh. I want us to start on a new, clean slate. And he was like, okay, it's cool. And I'm like, you're gonna break up with them? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, I really hope there won't be any other girls again. He was like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. He broke up with them. But he went and got more. Not only more. There was this one girl who wasn't afraid to show me that he's actually in a relationship with her. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. Moral of the story, girls, love yourselves more. Men will embarrass you. And like Kanyambao said, men will leave you in the desert with no water. Son. But anyway, my relationship with Kevin continued, but then he actually continued cheating on me, and I also stayed. But then I eventually left him. Chris and I, we stopped dating too, and then we became friends. And then Michaela and I, we stayed friends, but we weren't that close. She became like a really, really close with Ukeli, and everyone could see that. But anyway, it doesn't matter now, because we are here. We are here. I thought there was something on my jersey. Because we are here. But anyway, guys, I hope you really, really, really enjoyed the story time. I've really never actually really told anyone. Like, people who were there when this whole drama as a school and what's happening, they know about it. But people who, but no one knew about our conversation. No one knew about the conversation with Kevin. This is the first time I'm actually telling people about it, and it's embarrassing for a man to tell you that there are many fish in the sea. Guys, there are many fish in the sea. And I will not embarrass myself by fighting for you. I won't do that. That's embarrassing. You? Chokum. That's you. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the story time, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.